to the second of BizTalk'24, an initiative of the Commerce Society of Royal College, where we interview business-worthy role models. Right, so I'm your host, Musab Kader, and today we are absolutely delighted to welcome Mr. Rizni Jabir, a distinguished managing partner of the Tomahawk Bicycle company. We are thrilled to have finally gotten the chance to hear his insights and experiences today. Mr. Rizni, we deeply appreciate you taking time off your busy schedule and for you to share your valuable insights.
Thank you very much for inviting me on this interview. And my name is Rizni Jabir, managing partner of Tomahawk Bicycles. Yes.
So, how are you feeling today? How is everything?
Yeah, it's a rainy day today, so we hope the weather will be good very soon.
Yeah. Alright then, without further ado, let's dive in straight to the questions. If you're ready?
Yes, sir.
Alright. So, as you know, every tale has its humble beginning, right? So, we would love to know how the Tomahawk Bicycle company started. What sort of a humble beginning did Tomahawk Bicycles have, and what was its journey throughout the decades?
Yeah, it was 1994 when we started my company. It was called Unity Trading Company. It's almost 30 years now. So in another 1 month's time we will be having our 30th anniversary. So the Tomahawk Bicycles came after about 5 years. We started with bicycle spare parts, hardware and electricals. And we started bicycles under the brand Tomahawk after 5 years. So it's about 25 years in existence. So that's how we started with just one employee. So my other two managing partners were my brothers, who joined later. Maybe my elder brother, my second brother started after 3 or 4 years. Then Mr. Rizni Jabir, he started after 10 years, joined the company. So that's how we started.
So from that we understand how every single company or any business, any organization has a very humble beginning. A very personal story was the one he shared where he started it with just one employee all the way 30 years back. So with that being said, let's move on to the next question. So when we think about Tomahawk, what comes to mind is the end product, the bicycles. But what we don't quite know is the word Tomahawk. What inspired you to have that brand name Tomahawk? Is there like a backstory you could share on it?
Yeah, Tomahawk is a one-handed spear used by ancient North American, we call it Vedas at that time. So it was during the time when we wanted to launch a bicycle. We wanted a name. We wanted a powerful word. It was the Middle East war at that time. It was the Iraqi-Kuwaiti war. So the famous bomb used by the US Navy was a bomb called Tomahawk. So it was all over the news called Tomahawk. So,
right, so you know how every single business organization has their aims, the objectives, the goals, the vision, the mission, whatnot. So how has the vision of Tomahawk Bicycles evolved since its establishment?
when it comes to that question, like it's not about only Tomahawk. It's not about only the brand. From the time we started up to now, it is like in business ethics we always follow the trust with the customers, with the suppliers, with our debtors, creditors, bankers, and whoever connected to our company, especially the employees. So how we have evolved was like from the day we started to today, we have not changed that. We have kept our trust that we can always, our our brand, the Tomahawk, can always depend on the word what we give it to them, especially to our suppliers and to our dealers. Our company is a wholesale company. We don't have direct contacts with the end user. We go through all dealers. So we always try to keep the trust with the dealers so that they give us a good experience. I mean, we give them a good experience so that that experience can be given to the end user. So that's how we have worked.
Rizni Jabir was just explaining that we would have noticed that the word trust was used quite a couple of times. So this testifies to the fact that for any business organization to be successful, the foundation of trust should be strong. Right. So with that being said, we move on to the next question. Market expansion, right, is quite important, but the wider reach, the better. So how has the Tomahawk company, how have their long-term goals have been for market expansion? As there,
and especially people who are in the middle of the country where there is mountains. So when we started, we didn't realize that at that time. So later on, after a few years, we felt we have to manufacture bicycles for different markets, different needs, especially the gears, like people who are in the hill country. They need gears because the riding will be very difficult with single speed gears. And people in the east, they mostly they need hard bikes because they mostly use for long distance riding for their workplace or for their employment or things like that. People in Colombo district, they mostly use for recreational use. So it's a different market all everywhere. So that is how, that is why the question is like how we have used different strategies to
have a wider
range. So we had different bicycles for different areas. That's how we have done that. Especially even for kids. We have for girls under the name Barbie. Like Benton and Barbie was used, those two brands were used in our bicycles for about 5 years. So it was called Tomahawk Barbie, Tomahawk Benton. So that has been successful for some time. And now we have stopped those brands. It goes completely as Tomahawk. So it was like that. It's how we have differentiated the market.
That's really good news for us consumers of the product is the fact that Tomahawk thrive on quality of production, and after purchasing it, they thrive on also securing the product for you by giving a decade-long warranty. I've never heard this before. It's new news even for me. That's great to hear. We'll hop on to the next question, which is, with the advancement of internet and whatnot, we see all these new trends, right? New trends in every single market. So how does Tomahawk adapt to this consumer preferences and these new consumer trends? What sort of measures do you all take to, adapt to these wants?
Yeah, when it comes to the new internet trends and things like that, now we have about 4 to 5 online companies who are buying bicycles from us for the customers. Like Daras, and there are about 5 companies. Daras is the most famous one. And we have our own online website where you can purchase bicycles at a very almost like the wholesale price. So other than that, like we have so many social events where how we promote our bicycles and to educate the people. The benefits of riding and all our new products are all showcased in that.
So it's great to know that they adapt to change, which we've seen a lot of businesses fail because they can't meet the needs and wants of the modern customer. But it's great to know that this traditional business holds firm on grounds that they will meet consumer modern needs and wants.
And also, I just like to add on that also, nowadays, a lot of people are busy.
Yeah.
They don't have the time to visit a store and then purchase a bicycle for themselves or for their kids. So when a birthday comes, they need a bicycle for their kids or a relative within 2 days or within a day. So they just can go to our website, just click and order what they want, and it will be delivered within 24 hours.
Right. Now, this particular question is one that I'm quite excited about asking, and that is, are there any plans by Tomahawk to introduce new bicycle categories or new advanced features in the near future? Is there any plan like that?
Already there are about 15 models of bikes for kids and 30 models of MTB bikes for adults. And we have for ladies, standard, sports. We have bicycles for all categories at the moment. Every year we introduce a new collection. So that will be that year's trending bikes with new colors, new stickering, new parts, especially like carbon fiber, alloy, titanium. So that will be more expensive, but still people who prefer expensive, good quality bikes, we do. And in 2023, we introduced a road bike with alloy frames and titanium forks that won the best bike of the year of 2023.
So every single, bike you could probably wish and ask for, they've got you covered on that as well. Right. Now, if someone were to come up to me and ask me, what's the best bicycle? I wouldn't even doubt it, I'd just say Tomahawk. So when anyone hears the word bicycle in Sri Lanka, first brand that comes to mind is Tomahawk. But what people don't quite know is it's a very competitive market, isn't it? This bicycle market. So what is it that you all do differently to stand out as, dominant in this bicycle market?
Yeah, that's a very good question because see, when customers want some product, they do a research first. So they come up, they think of a brand which they will go and buy from the store. But that is why in your first question, that's why I told you that the dealers and our suppliers have a trust between us. You go to a store to buy a TV when you know that some brand is good. But if the dealer recommends you to buy a different brand with more features and better price, better quality, sometimes you have to think about it, right? So it's like that. Whatever the customer thinks that he has already thought of a brand, once you go to the store, when they see a better attractive bike with more features, more attractive and more good looking and at a cheaper price, they have a second thought. So that is how we have won the market share because of our dealers. They give a good recommendation because they know that once they sell the brand Tomahawk, it's a trouble-free bike when compared to our competitors. Because if something happens within 24 hours, we will give them a solution. So that is how I can answer that question.
So that's always great to hear. Again, I want to touch on the bond, between the dealers and Tomahawk is quite really strong and special. And the fact that they reach out to customers within 24 hours for a problem to solve is also great news to hear. All right, moving on to the next question. Are there any practices done by Tomahawk to, use eco-friendly materials in the product line?
Already our factory and our head office is solar powered, and we don't use any polythene in our packing materials. We recycle all our waste. We don't have our in-house recycling plant, but we give it to a recycling company. All our waste, we just don't throw into the garbage or anything like that. That is how.
Advancement of technology can make or break a business. So how does Tomahawk use technology to enhance this experience of cycling?
Bicycle is a mechanical product. So it works on all physics. Where the seat is and where the handle is a geometric physics thing. All these weldings 20-25 years ago was done by hand. Now all these weldings are done by robotic arms. So, and it is the latest technology called the MIG welding. So that is the technology in welding, and painting is also it's powder coated. So we use the latest technology in all our stages of production.
It's great to hear that they are up to date with the technology that is used in almost every single manufacturing process that goes on to this beloved bike of Sri Lanka. Now, the next question would be, we know that Tomahawk have asserted dominance in the local market, but have there been any challenges when entering the international markets? Have you all faced any challenges?
There's no challenges to do that actually. We can go for the international market. We are hoping to check India, Bangladesh, and even European countries. Especially European countries, we have the benefit of GSP Plus. So we can go into that. That is our long-term plan. So at the moment, we are hoping to enter India very soon. That's how that will expand.
Perfect. I'd like to touch on that as well. When I walked through these doors, I couldn't see a sense of hierarchy inside this workspace because they were all in the same place. It almost seemed like a family. When you walk into these, bigger, other, big business organizations, you see that, the people quite up the hierarchy. They're always hiding behind the desk. I did not see that today when I walked through these doors. It's the fact that everyone works, together. The coordination, everything's done prim and proper, which is something that really caught my eye. Right, now for the final question. Another exciting question for the audience and the consumers would be, are there any partnerships or are there any collaborations that we can be excited about?
Actually, under Unity Trading Company, there are about 6 companies, 6 sister companies. We are into bicycles, toys, hardware, electricals, and medical. So already these companies are like a partnership to Unity Trading Company, even though the management is almost same. When we wanted to go to India, as I explained before, the next year most probably if we are moving to India, there will be a partnership with one of their famous bicycle companies. We can see next year something like that happening.
That's quite exciting to hear that, like we touched on before, the international reach is going to commence somewhat around the dates of 2025 with India, a neighboring country. So that would be something exciting to look forward to. With all the questions that have been said and all the quality answers we have received thus far, on behalf of Royal College and everyone concerned, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us today. Mr. Rizni, your insights on business were incredibly valuable, and I'm sure our audience that are going to watch this interview will greatly benefit from your perspective. Your expertise also truly enriched this conversation, and I hope that we can continue this interview or have discussions like this in the near future as well. So once again, thank you for sharing your time and knowledge with us. It's been nothing short of a pleasure.
Thank you, Musab. Thank you, Royal College and the team. Whenever there is a need for any advice or consultations or anything you all need from our company, you'll always come to